She was a very brave woman. She used to take care of me when we were children. She used to help my mom a lot. She studied, worked a lot before she entered to be a councilwoman, and she was very courageous. I think it's huge. I don't even know what I'm able to define in words, but I think her legacy goes beyond everything she believed in and everything we need, especially in Brazil, because we are going through so much stuff with this president, with so much hateness, that I think her legacy is kind of like a brief for us, kind of like the way that we hope to have our country and our world one day. We had many people who got elected after her, and we created the institute. So we are talking about two different things, but at the same time, I think we kind of meet in the end of the road because we are both ways. We are working through keeping her legacy, keeping her seed growing, and keeping her voice loud, because I do believe that whoever ordered to kill her didn't expect to be this huge thing after the murder. No, no resolutions, like I would say, true resolutions. We have two men who are in jail right now, waiting for judgment, but uh, we still don't know who ordered, and there is an investigation that's taking more than almost 3 years with few answers, with few things, and we are not sure that we will have an answer anytime soon. So I understand it's a very difficult investigation, but we still hoping that one day we're gonna find this answer. She would be very sad about it, and she would be working a lot on her job to at least make things better in Rio, since she was just city council. But maybe she would be a candidate for something bigger. But I'm pretty sure she would be fighting in the streets. I'm pretty sure that she would be um, doing the best that she could do and she was doing before they killed her. I would say that even though sometimes you're gonna find people and meet people and know people who think differently from us, politically speaking, we must respect that. And everyone who goes and put their bodies on being a candidate for something, believe in a better word, but in their way. If I could say something to the next generation, that would be that respect each other, even though you believe something different from the other person, you have to respect. Because after what happened to my sister, my family has been threatened. I have been threatened. People just look at us and say, "Oh, Marielle's family, so they should die as well." And this is too sad and very complicated to deal with. So I hope the next generation has a better understanding of different thoughts and different opinions. My old one, the little one is just a baby, so she doesn't understand anything. But the old one knows that she was killed. I told her that because she used to go with us for a lot of places and used to see her pictures and see things on the news. So I told her that she was a politician and she got killed from some bad guys who didn't like her work. That day she was working like a normal day and I was working as well. And after her activity on the Casa das Pretas, we talked on the phone and she said she was going home. And after that, we talked. Since then, we haven't talked anymore, of course. And people kept calling me and asking me if that was true or not. So I got the car and went to the place to see what was going on. And I got there and I saw my sister. And the next day I had to go to the institute to recognize her body. And they buried her on the same day. And after that, we were going through investigations. We were going through many places to talk about her. We were writing a lot of articles and books and all that to tell her history. But we never thought that Marielle would become so bigger and her legacy and her name would go all over the world. And since that day has been a lot of work. It has been a lot of pain, sadness, and we still have a little hope, for believing that this is gonna be over one day. We started the institute in 2018. I mean, probably 6 months after her death, but we didn't have any work. Basically, we just create the institute thinking that we would just help poor children on learning English, Portuguese, and all that. And all of a sudden, people kept asking us to do this, but other stuff as well. So in 2000, we took this whole year in 2019 just thinking and structuring ourselves. And in 2020, we had a goal, but we had to change because of pandemic. And now we are working in many ways. We are working with many projects to help people, especially in Brazil, who are going through a lot of hungry and poverty with this pandemic situation. We are spreading her word and her legacy, creating documents showing what type of work she used to do. We have been doing many interviews and many meetings with ONU and inter-American organizations to uh, asking for change and asking for help because the investigation is going nowhere. So this is the type of work that we're doing, many books, many articles, and many projects, local projects right now. Yeah, I have no idea why, but if I had to guess, I would say that it was a very complicated and peculiar murder, and probably because we must have someone very powerful behind the scene. Yes, I get scared because people are going very crazy over here, and everything they say, oh, I should kill you, you should die. So of course I get scared from time to time. That she was candidate and elected because she was a drug dealer or because she used to defend drug dealers. So it's unacceptable. I don't believe in 2021 people still think like that just because they think different from us politically. I hope that they can remember how brave she was, how she used to stand up and talk her mind, how she used not to accept any kind of disrespect or unrespectful people, and how she used to believe in better days. That's what I hope they believe, especially for Black women. She worked a lot with single moms as well, and some of these projects were approved, and especially with single moms, like Black single moms from the slums, and that's it. But no one has just take that work now and had done not yet. I'm pretty sure it meant the same for me as meant for her because we know to be Black women in Brazil is to struggle every other day, and it's very very difficult to stand up every day and go to work and people just look at you like you some from other world or something like that. And the worst thing in my opinion is that we don't have the same opportunities as the other women have in Brazil especially, and we don't have, and when we get the opportunity like my sister got, they either kill you or they find a way to take you out of this protagonism scene. So it's not easy at all. Right now, we are working for these 3 years that's gonna come on March 14, and we are creating something called Scholars Marielle. That would be like Marielle's school, where we can share information and knowledge with Black women from all over the world. And we also are working on something called Papo Franco, which means straight talk. That would be like a talk show where we can invite politicians and other activists to talk about their lives, and people get to know them more than only what they see on TV and other stuff. Um, and we keep working on helping people in our city and our state because it's not easy to be going through all this tough time that we are going through in Brazil, with no vaccine, many people with no food, no drink, and all that. And right now, we are just hoping to keep on with the institute, and go on with our projects and keep her legacy alive. We grew up like this, you know. Every time we had a bad situation, our mama used to say that you need to find something good out of that, and that's how we do. And just answering your other question, people can access us on institutomariellefranco.org. So Marielle Franco Institute.org. On if you just type Marielle Franco Institute, it's gonna show up our webpage and we can go from there. And on Instagram we have Instituto Marielle Franco, and on Twitter the same name.